So the question, the Congressional Budget Office projects that many middle and working class families will ultimately see tax hikes. Evan, how does the GOP sell that to voters this fall?
Well, right now we are seeing that many voters are getting tax cuts, and they're actually getting wages raised by different companies. I think that at the same time, the president is banking on the economy being able to save us Republicans in the midterms. The economy is very strong, but how did that help us Republicans in November 2017? Do we have a Senator Roy Moore, a Governor-elect Ed Gillespie, or a Governor-elect Kim Guandano? No. We have three Democrats who won big statewide races, and Democrats sweeping all across the country. So as a Republican, I'm very concerned. We had already lost the messaging war on the tax reform package because we were saying, oh, it's really going to help the middle class, but more and more Americans believe it helps the uber wealthy than them.
And Adrian, how much focus do Democrats put on economic issues in 2018? Can the Democrats win without the white working class voters?
Well, first of all, we are winning with white working class voters. We've already seen a major rise in some of the districts in particular that Hillary Clinton did lose to Donald Trump by losing white working class voters in some of these special elections. So we are siphoning off. A lot of white working class voters are starting to come back to the Democratic Party. But look, Democrats will run. The tax plan is something that we will focus very heavily on in the midterms. Evan just put it very succinctly, the fact that Republicans really messed up the messaging on this, in part because the bill does help corporations at the expense of middle class and lower class families. So I think that is something that we're going to run on. And I think, again, back to Evan's point of the economy did do well in 2017 in large part to President Obama's policies. But Democrats still won in a lot of these seats. So I think people are looking at President Trump and saying, you know what, this guy is not going to deliver on the promises that he made to me about helping families like myself in white working middle class parts of the country, and they don't believe him anymore. They don't have the trust in him, and I think that will continue to prevail when we move toward the ballot box in 2018.
Another problem that Adrian has sort of started to stumble onto is that every 4 years we lose 2% of the white working class in America, and over that same period of time we lose 4% of non-college educated whites, and that is the GOP base. We have relied upon them extensively to help us win elections, but we've got a demographic wave coming in where the entire face of the country is completely different. It's very black, it's very brown, it's Asian Americans, it's Hispanics, and Republicans haven't been able to offset those losses, and that is a big recipe for disaster in the midterms, and we've already seen it in 2017.
All right, we have run out of time. We thank you for your perspective on this. Josh Zeitz, Adrian Elrod, Evan Siegfried, thanks.